God sets people in families, and he set them there with purpose in mind. There are all kinds of families: single-parent families, two-parent families, dysfunctional families, and functional families. But keep in mind, God has a plan for every person before they even know about God. Somewhere along the line, there have to be a rendezvous between you and the God that called you. And so with families, he places us in families because that's where we begin to develop our personalities, our character, our integrity. It starts in families. But what I point out here, I want to point this out because all families are not functional, but you're in there. All families are not kosher, but you're in that family. Come on. They may not have planned for you, but God wasn't surprised when you got here. God had an eternal purpose for you. So as I looked at some of these things about family, I realized in Romans 8:28, you can just keep that in your mind as we begin to look at this. God said he causes all things to work together for your good. Amen. Romans 8:28 says all things work together for your good. That's a poor translation. All things don't work together for your good. Some things work together for your detriment. But when you look close at it, it says God causes all things. That means the good, the bad, and the ugly. It doesn't matter what touches your life. God said, I'll fix it, turn it around for your purpose. God has a reason for doing that. So in this particular time of fellowship, I looked at the pictures on the wall. Vera Ransom Gillespie was my grandmother. When I come along years ago, they said I was too mean for them to pray for me. My second oldest sister was in church saved and wouldn't pray for me. She said, we won't pray for him, but listen to me. What's possible for me is not what people say about me. What's possible for me is not what people think about me. But it's what I think about myself, what I can believe God can do in my life. In spite of all of that, God sent a man to pray for me down the street named Mr. Jackson. I didn't know that one day I would be called a preacher or even pastor of church. But God had already ordained that I do that. So keep in mind, I think Frankie mentioned that, life is choice driven. We are a product of decisions that we make. And many of you right now are experiencing in your life some of the decisions you made yesterday or day before or last year. So what family does, they provide an avenue of influence, support, counsel. They can help you make right decisions. You may not always choose to talk to someone in a family, but you do have access to them. And whenever you talk to anyone in the family, be teachable. Come on, help yourself. Families have hard-headed people, compliable people, but they're all in the family. So what you want to do is embrace the family members, because the family is under attack by the enemy because of the influence, positive influence it can exert upon the members of that family. And most of you may not know this, but a lot of the warfare that goes on in your life is a direct result of the call that God placed on your life. Yeah. Come on. So you have to keep that in your mind, that when you have family, embrace that family. Look at somebody beside you, say, I thank God for you. Look at them again, say, I thank God for what's in you.
Thank God for what's in you.
See, all right, I only got about a few more minutes left. But you got to start embracing and honoring the people around you. so that what they have, there may be differences and there will be uniqueness among every person. But their uniqueness doesn't mean division. Their uniqueness means I have to recognize their purpose and their call. So you got to keep this in your mind when he says that God causes all things to work out, whatever touches your life, whatever experience you've had in your life, the setbacks, the poor choices, the bad decisions will not abort what God has for you. God will put those things together and cause them to work for your behalf. Years later, that young boy they said was so mean. I was in the military for years. I come out and years later I'm called to be a preacher. And every one of those people in my family, including my father, I didn't like him for a while. Including my father, all of them would come and visit me. And when I moved to Columbus, Ohio, every one of them gravitated to Columbus, Ohio. You know why? Because things change. So what you want to do in order to keep the family strong, you want to avoid distractions. Avoid distractions. Then you want to also be a person that recognize the decisions I make, I need to consult with someone. Always be willing to consult with some other people, especially when you have questions before making that decision. Family members may be available. Learn those that are around you that have the wisdom that you can go to. Gather around you people that celebrate who you are. Don't gather around you people that demean or circumvent what you're trying to do. So here, all you have here is no accident. There's no mistake that everybody gathered here. And I don't know what it cost you to get it. How many encountered a stop sign? Red light. If you red light on the way here. Let me hear you say structure. Let me hear you say order. Order is not an enemy. Those red lights were not there to prevent you reaching your destination, nor the stop signs. But they were there to enable you to get there more efficiently. So have some order and structure in your life. It's not a detriment, but it will enable you to reach your destination more efficiently. Now, finally, Ada was always calling me about, send me this, send me that. She said 10 minutes. Most of you don't know that when a preacher, they said 10 minutes of talking, he got 2 hours worth of notes. He got 2 hours worth of notes he got to compress into 10 minutes. So just a couple more things before. The other thing is family will hold you accountable. Whenever you make mistakes in the family, learn how to recover from your mistakes and stop trying to tell somebody you changed. All you need to do is change and hold your course long term. When you do that, everybody will know you had changed. Credibility is crucial in a family. And that's why you came from various geographical locations to this location here today, so that you can recognize family matters. Families can take you to another level, and we have to learn how to work with each other within our family differences. The biggest challenge that you might have in any relationship is not the problems, but how you resolve those problems. Communicate with someone.
That's right.
Now look at the person beside you again. Say, I didn't know you like I know you now.
I know you like I know you now.
But listen, I want to encourage this family to know that this gathering here is not only historical, but it also is a legacy, and it's also a result of someone staying together as a result of the challenges they face. So there's nothing, and I mean nothing, that you cannot overcome. So don't let your feelings, forgive anybody that you need to forgive. Let them go. You let them go because you esteem your destiny far greater than what hurt you. You also recognize that whatever hurt you, you're not denying it. You're just simply saying, it did happen, but I'm not going to let it shut me down. Come on now. That's how you have to do that. So what you do, think about people that may have offended you. Let them go. Don't look at nobody. Just look at me. just let it go, because you got a future, you got a destiny, and every family is not only a focus on the family, but it's a focus on the members of the family. Because members of the family make up that family, so whatever challenges you're facing, we want you to win, because that keeps that family together. God bless you.